Hello and everyone, welcome everyone to today's session. My name is John. I'm working as product marketing manager. Also, I have Prashant Gupta, who is the product manager, and he will be taking us through the session on new possibilities for workforce management with labor insights. He has ample experience in managing enterprise products and software, and he has successfully helped teams build and deliver enterprise products for clients. So we can expect that his expertise and his knowledge will help you to guide and provides more information about workforce management and how labor market insights will help to build the workforce management. So please join me to welcome Prashant Gupta. One more thing before we start, if you have any queries or doubts during this session, please feel free to use the chat or Q&A window, and we would be happy to answer those during the Q&A session at the end. So I would now like to turn this over to Prashant. Prashant.
Thank you, John. Thank you for that introduction and welcome everyone. This is the brief agenda for today. First, we'll start off with understanding what are the workforce management issues that talent teams and their hiring managers have to deal with within an organization. Then we'll move on to understanding what are the labor market insights and how can they help resolve these workforce management issues and help these teams effectively. Then we'll jump into and see how JobsPikr Insights fits into this picture and how they can contribute or how they can help these companies resolve their workforce management issues. Then we'll look at few of the day-to-day examples that could be easily resolved using few of the insights which labor market insights have to provide. So workforce management issues could fall into three broader categories if we look into. So these could be organization strategic plan. So your strategic plan could involve new recruitment strategies or selection techniques or training programs for planned growth or shrinkage of an organization. Or this could include how this also could include how new work processes or trainings or job classes would be required, whether it should be centralized or should be decentralized within an organization. Then how the new business goals of an organization align with current work procedures, or do they need to be updated, whether employee performance standards need updation, or whether the organization need new strategies to train or have a recognition mechanism for their employees. This could also include if will other this could also include will the other major changes require additional change management or employee or labor relation support within the organization. So questions like this could also be answered or could come up within this point. Next, we look at bigger or more of a external factor. So uncontrolled factors that are from outside organization and that are not direct in any way controllable by the organizations. For example, increasing competition for particular or skilled staffs require an employer or a company to think of new staffing strategies that could happen at any time. Then whether the demands of new stakeholders in an organization require new standards for performance management, or whether they need a reorganization of the structure or work methods which go along currently. Then it could also include reduction of force or reduction of or a reorganization of the employee structure, which is currently there after a company has had a major revenue fallback or a budget has been cut off. Then one more external factor which could affect the workforce planning is whether our current workforce profile, which includes your age, gender, and ethnicity, changing how employees relate to each other and to the customer. So how do they affect? Then the third one is how uh, uh, workforce enhancement and maintenance demands, how the demand of workforce needs to be updated. So for example, will an anticipated retirement bubble or high turnover require new staffing strategies, or current training material or plan which the organization has is keeping staff having staff's knowledge relevant as per the industry standard, so that they can cope up with the current projects or current requirement of the organization. Are is the employee or is my employee prepared enough today to manage or redeploy staff in case we have a major critical incident due to which tomorrow the business has to be stopped? So things like this could come up within this improvement of workforce demands. Then we could also look at whether the staff is currently performing at the desired levels or not. Uh, so these are the basic examples of or categories which include workforce management issues. Now we look into how labor market, what is the labor market insights? So this labor market insights are nothing but basically data points pulled from live job requisition. So these are basically market indicators which are taken from the jobs which are posted by companies in an open market. So these helps us understand what are the jobs available in the market, what are the skills and qualification they are looking for, and what type of like which employer or which sector is competing for workers, and they which geographic location they are from. So the labor market insight could also help us understand the future trends for a particular skill or for a particular role. This also helps us understand the market intelligence of how a particular technology or how a particular job role will lead in the future. For example, machine learning has never was not even a particular job role in last 5-10 years. It was considered under the role of software developer or software engineer. But now we have a separate role which requires machine learning specifically to be a skill. So things like that could come up within the labor market insights. So now, how does the labor market insights help solving these workforce management problems? So basically, LMI helps teams mitigate risks, analyze competitive advantages, and perform feasibility studies. So basically, they help us understand what are the current demands of for example, workforce demand management. So this helps us understand what are the demands of my current employees and how do they compete against the industry. Are their skills relevant? It also helps hiring manager understand whether the upcoming for the upcoming project they need to upskill, or do they need to hire new employees. Then it helps organizations understand the buy and build concept, whether they should invest in a new skill by upskilling their current workforce, or should they hire new talent from the market, or should they hire a particular tool or collaborate with another organization which possess that information or technology or skill that can help the business. Then it also helps understand what are the companies, like what are the employees competing against the talent. So it helps us understand who all are my competitor today competing for a particular role or for a particular skill, so that I can understand how they are pulling off in the market, how they are, what offers they are putting against, what compensation they are providing, so that talent is going towards them. This could help organizations better provide retention strategies or acquisition strategies. Then location strategy. So location strategy, by using labor market insight, we can understand how companies are using different locations to run their businesses, and they can understand where which location is offering more talents and what are the compensation level going on. So they can make an informed decision about how to proceed for a particular role or in a particular organization. This is merely helpful for automobile and logistic sectors. There they need to understand which locations will be helpful in setting up their future organization or future subsidiaries. Then market intelligence. Market intelligence, just like a competition for a competitive landscape, it helps us understand what is going on in the labor market, how the competition is running, how the particular market or particular industry is going on, so that today current employee can take decision based on that. Then labor market insights helps us in setting up organization structure. So, for example, different. An organization would require a particular project, but they, instead of building the skill from within their team, they can have a merger or an acquisition to possess that technology, so that they do not have to work from the scratch. Now, let's jump into how JobsPikr insights could fit into the picture of helping employers understand the issues of workforce management and resolve them using labor market insights. But first, let's jump into how JobsPikr insights come to be what it is today. So, early in 2019, the parent company of JobsPikr, that is from started as a data as a service platform, and from there till 2015 we had a we provided various web crawling services, custom crawling services, which are there till today as well. But in 2015 we thought of providing jobs as a data service from understanding different requirements and of the market. So 2017, JobsPikr came to be. JobsPikr Insights is JobsPikr basically started in 2017 with having jobs data aggregated from multiple platforms, which we have been collecting since 2018 till today. And we have a repository of more than 600 million jobs with us. In 2019, we added a few machine learning and AI capabilities to our platform to enrich the data points. For example, currently the job sources provide job description text, which has majority of the data points like salary compensation, your years of experience, and different level of understanding. Then different level of understanding. Then these were added as a separate data point from JobsPikr into our current records. Then in coming to 2022, we launched JobsPikr Insight, which is a platform built on top of this data to pull up insights from the overall platform. This platform helps us understand what are the general trends and how they can be used by the companies to solve their workforce management issues. Now, let us look at how JobsPikr could help us. So basically, JobsPikr offers demand side of labor market, because we are currently capturing the jobs which are posted by companies, which translates to what are the demands of the market, or what the companies are hiring for. This helps us further understand what are the current hiring difficulties, or how particular organizations are putting up the roles they are putting up in the market. The platform also helps us understand or compare the different roles, job or job titles which are available in the market. So for a single role, for example, sales, there could be multiple names or multiple details or multiple requirements. So how does that compare in the market, or how my organization can prepare against that, so that I can acquire more talent instead of my competitor? Sorry. Then the platform helps us compare what are the different compensations the employers are offering in terms of salaries or different benefits. The benefits could include your health insurance or other type of insurance. Then the platform also helps understand what are the skills in terms of hard skill, soft skill, or certification that are required by a particular job posting. So many job postings have this requirement where job seekers should have a particular dedicated skill, and that is added as a separate data point into our platform. Then JobsPikr also captures the level of experience in terms of years of experience and seniority level required for the role as well from the job description. This helps companies compare throughout the different structure of the organization. So for initial level roles in the management, or for beginning level roles in the software, so for software developer, software engineer, this can be helpful to understand, for hiring managers to understand what role is required and what key skills they possess, so that they can be hired. Then we also the platform also provide the education qualification of a person required to fulfill the job. Then the platform could also be used to benchmark against competitor to see how they are performing in the market and how we are performing. This could be done company wise or industry wise, both. Now let us look at a few of the indicative visualization which we have on the platform. So we provide job titles in top 5 job titles or list of job titles, which helps us understand which roles are emerging in the market. And we also provide the trends for the same. Then a user can have a global view of which countries are hiring for their interested roles, so that in case they are having allocation strategy to hire from a different nation or budget to hire from a different nation, they can go forward with it. Then we also provide hiring trends against different competitors or top competitors which are there in the market. These are few of the visualizations. Many of them are available on the platform, which helps users look at the labor market insights or jobs data with the different angles, so that hiring manager or talent acquisition team or analytics team could work and understand their issues better. Then let us look at a few of the day-to-day examples of how actually labor market insight could help solve for the workforce management issues. So first would be your talent shortages when needed. So most of the time the talent is having shortage, and given that after COVID a lot of preferences for talent has changed, we can see that a majority of the time the shortage will be there. But having a pre-hand knowledge of labor market using tools like JP Insights, a hiring manager or the TA team could understand industries or markets so that they can understand if the talent is having shortage in the current industry, they can fall for other industry, or they can understand if they can go for a different location. And this can help them make better informed decision about hiring. Basically, a different combination of location and action can help. Then sometimes what happens is the role function gets too specific, that uh, the hiring manager does know about the role, but they are not able to translate it into clear job description or correct information, which is useful for TA teams to understand and hire the right talent. This could lead to delays or a discrepancy in the expectation from the role. So this can be changed by understanding what are the skill the hiring manager is looking for, and understanding how other companies are trying to put jobs for this particular role. So this can be done by putting up keywords and then going through the job descriptions and preparing a separate job description like more relevant to the role. This will help TA teams to understand and help better in hiring faster. Then we see many of the time understanding of the particular job role is not clear. So many of the time the team wants a particular role to be hired, but they themselves do not understand a particular role very correctly. So in that case, what could happen is, if again, if they understand what is the need or requirement of the project, or and they compare against what others are doing, what other companies are doing, what their competitors are doing. Competitor could be in terms of same industry, same location, same sector, or company size. Many factors could play in this. So by understanding how they are playing and how they are performing for the particular skill or technology, this issue can also be resolved simply by understanding the market data. Then many times we see so much of the time is spent in having contract jobs. So what happens is, usually contractual jobs have higher duration, and most of the time goes in training the talent, and then they starts to give output. But this could be improved by understanding the role and understanding which location or which market would be more suitable, or which is more proactive for the particular project, by understanding their composition budgets, or what is the salary composition going in that market, or what is the skill, or how many jobs are there, what is the competition level. And a TA team or hiring manager could solve this issue by understanding that. Then we see onboarding and compliance. So many of the time during onboarding or posting the job, the requirements and the expectations are not set very clearly, which delays the result outcome, or day-to-day job function, leads to delay in output. So having a better understanding of the role and responsibilities, and putting up into industry standard formats by comparing against other companies or other employers, could go a long way here for TA and hiring managers to simply hire better in a lesser time. Then we see many of the time hiring managers, due to urgency or due to shortage or delay of hiring, they do unnecessary expenses by spending, or not always spending, but having different understanding from the team, and going their different route. They sometimes tend to hire or do uh, take or they try to use tools which could cost more than hiring an in-house a team member. So in this case, having a shared understanding of the role among both the TA and hiring managers make the right decisions in case of in such cases. All in all, having a better understanding of the market using tools like JP Insights could go a long way for employers who are dealing with issues of workforce management. Uh, and understanding their issues and comparing against the market is a way to go. And one of the organization plan which we also had within our team was benchmarking of salaries using the insights that we have from JobsPikr. So we try to understand how the market varies and what are the current availabilities in the market. And we saw that there is a large disparity of data among different sources. And but our platform allowed us to check what are the latest trends and what are the current compensation which the market is providing, so that our company can also retain and compete against other organizations. Uh, on an average, we understood that the companies are putting up slightly higher percentage of data than that what traditional sources like Glassdoor and PayScale are providing. But that is more relevant to the current market, and it is being changed every now and then. So now we'll have a quick Q&A, and we'll try to take up as much questions as you can.
Thanks, Prashant. It was a good session. So we before we go, we had a one question in between. So one of our attendee has asked, where is the data coming from?
So basically, JobsPikr is a data aggregate. So before launching JobsPikr Insights, we had JobsPikr data feeds where we were aggregating data from publicly available sources and company career pages. So these publicly available sources include your Indeed, LinkedIn, Glassdoor, and few more platforms. And From there, we capture the jobs on a daily basis, and then we enrich it with our data, additional data points, and put it up in the real time in the platform.
Thanks, Prashant. Hope we had answered the question. Uh, so, is any other questions or any other queries? We are happy to answer those. So please feel free to add it in the Q&A box, or you can actually ping us in the chat, and we will be happy to answer those right now. Also, if you are not willing to ask anything in this forum, okay, no problem. So we will be sharing email post this. Tomorrow you will be receiving an email with the recording of this session along with the deck, the presentation deck. Also, we will be sharing couple of informations about the product and the our contact details. So if you have any other questions to be answered, or if you need more information about the product, please feel free to come during that time also.
If there are no question, John, are we good to close?
Yes, I suppose. Yeah, so thank you guys. Thank you for attending this session. So as I said, you can visit our website, or you can send out any queries to sales@jobspikr.com, or we will be sending out an email tomorrow. You guys will be receiving an email along with all the informations about this webinar, the product, the webinar recording, along with the presentation deck, and along with the product informations also. So you can respond to that email, and you can get back to us that email itself. Thank you. Thank you for these. Thank you for the sessions, and thank you for attending the session. Thank you.
Thank you for joining. And to add on to John, we can also provide one-on-one demos in case you are interested to discuss more about how JobsPikr insights could help you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye.